Man, I wonder how many other facilities are dealing with electrical issues like this one. Seriously though, the amount of times I've seen a setup like this is quite alarming. And the solution to this wasn't as simple as just throwing another cover plate on. They had asked us if we can install another GFI with the control circuit so they can power a chemical pump and control it directly from their computer. However, the control circuit was wired using what I believe was a 16 gauge wire with no overcurrent protection since it was coming directly from the PLC. So we had to get our brains together and come up with a solution. Contactor with an overload relay. We got this Hoffman enclosure, which was a little bit on the larger side, but the way I see it is if we ever need to add anything else here, we have the space for it. So I began by setting up our DIN rail inside of the enclosure prior to mounting it on the wall, just so I can see how the contactor and relay will sit. That way I can map out where everything will go, and honestly, a little preparation goes a long way. Afterwards, I mounted the enclosure on the wall and made sure that everything was leveled and plumb. And then I began drilling out my holes for the new GFIs, one being a GFI for the pump and the other a general purpose GFI. Now the whole time this circuit is live, and I know you shouldn't work on things live, but there are times where shutting the power off just isn't an option. This facility is fully operational, and I'm not about to start flipping breakers. Plus, do you really think the genius that installed this in the first place had the bright idea to label the circuit? I don't think so. So I work on this carefully and always treat electricity with respect. Well, anyways, after getting everything wired up, it was time to test it. So I told the manager to turn on the control circuit, and he just told me it was time to party. I was a little confused until I saw this. And yes, this image is from their computer. So whenever you click that button, that powers our new GFI. So we turned it on and everything worked. And that pretty much wraps up our install. So let me know what you would have done differently. And thank you for watching.